Welcome back to the show. Right now, we take you over to San Antonio, Texas, where we have, for the very first time on this show, the lead agent from Roadrunner Realty. Please welcome Christopher T. Harina. Christopher, very nice to have you on The American Dream. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, Christopher, tell us a little bit about you so our viewers understand as well. How did you get started in the real estate industry?
Well, I'm born and raised in South Texas, so this is home for me. And I started my professional career in the fitness industry. And I love that environment. I love getting to know people and connecting with them and helping them. And as I got a little bit older and got more advanced into my professional career, real estate seemed like a great move to go because I still had the opportunity to help people and I still had the opportunity to get to know them.
All right, sounds great. So as far as the general market in San Antonio at this point in 2018, what can people really expect?
The San Antonio market, like the rest of Texas, is fantastic. The San Antonio surrounding area has added 23,000 jobs since this time last year, and every single one of those families needs some place to live. So things are going great.
Amazing. Are there any current trends that you really see in the market that are maybe new this year in 2018?
Well, I'll tell you this year, the thing that I've seen the most is investors from surrounding cities. I've been dealing with a lot of investors from Dallas and from Austin, only 1 hour away, and they're flocking to San Antonio because our housing market is still so affordable. They just can't find the types of products that they need in their area. They're coming to San Antonio and they're loving what they see.
Well, as far as mortgage rates are concerned, what are they doing right now in San Antonio and how is that affecting the market?
Well, we've definitely seen interest rates incrementally increase over the last 12 months. And so far, rates are still at a very exciting, very competitive level. I've just had my first client lock in at 5%, and he had to do a bit of a mental adjustment. Now, historically speaking, that is a great rate. That's still phenomenal. But we've been in the 3s and 4s for a little while, so he had to adjust his mindset. And I think a lot of new buyers that are coming to the marketplace are going to need to do the same thing. But with interest rates most likely increasing over the next 1 to 2 years, the sooner that somebody makes the decision to buy a home, the better off they're going to be.
All right. So I really like the fact that you say mindset. And when we take something like interest rates and look at it from maybe the big picture perspective, they're still historically pretty low. But I imagine that when you worked in the fitness world as well, you maybe have had to do a little bit of changing people's mindsets. So how is maybe your experience in the fitness world helping people really get fit, kind of work in the real estate industry with helping people get either financially fit or, like you said, kind of just having a little bit of a different mindset on what they're currently dealing with?
Well, I think you need to sit down with people and just have a simple conversation. They need to know that you are an expert in your field and you understand what you're talking about. So when you take them through the whole process and explain all the information, they're going to understand it. And they're going to feel comfortable with you guiding them through it. It's all about developing that rapport and that trust to get them ultimately what it is that they want.
Amazing. As far as you working in the San Antonio market, I'm just curious, are you mainly dealing with buyers, with sellers, a little bit of a mix, certain demographics? Who are the types of people that you're really working with?
Oh, I do a lot of working with both buyers and sellers. Most of the time I work with sellers and I try and focus my business in that direction, but they go hand in hand. So those people who are considering selling their home, if their real estate agent helps them prepare the home correctly and they price it intelligently, it's going to sell. It has to be done in just the right way. Now the buyers, that's a little bit trickier. With this much competition in the marketplace and the limited supply, you have to be more strategic in when you're trying to win a home. You have to make sure that you have all of your financials set up correctly. You've met with your mortgage lender and partner. And when you submit your offer, you need something that helps you stand out. For example, a letter from the heart, something about you and your family and why you want that home. And that'll help you make the connection with the person selling.
Amazing. So just a little tidbit like that. I love that. That's something I've actually never heard before. One last thing before I let you go. We talked a little bit about trends, but this trend where the market's really competitive, especially on the buyer side, do you see this continuing throughout the rest of this year, or where do you see the trend really going?
The market is hot, and we don't have any indication right now that it's going to slow down. So being strategic is crucial to be successful. You have to have everything planned correctly, and I think we have at least another 2 to 3 years with things continuing to ramp upwards before we can even think about cooling down.
Oh, all right. Well, as the summer heats up, I guess the San Antonio real estate market is going to stay hot as well. Christopher Tijerina, thank you so much for coming on to the American Dream. Loved having you and look forward to our future interviews with you on this show.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
And stick around, American Dream. We'll be right back.